What's up, everybody? I just finished another book in the House of Shivers series. This is the newest book. This is called The Last Sleepover. I was very excited to get this book. I actually got it a couple of days before it actually released, and I was very surprised because I never get these. I see Goosebumps Completionist and others that come out with these books, and they get them like a week in advance or whatever. I never was that lucky. But I actually got lucky this time, and me and my girlfriend went to a town kind of 2 hours away. And I was like, let's stop at Books A Million. And they actually had one copy. I got it. And I put everything that I was reading off to the side and I started on this. And mainly because Shady Side Library gave this thing like 5 stars, I think, for um there's another guy that I follow on Instagram that does he actually wrote his own books. His name is like AD. I can't think of what his name is right this second. But he wrote the new book that's like Madness in the Mall, the Bumps in the Night series. I couldn't think of it, but yeah, I can't think of what his name is right offhand. But he does some really cool reviews, and so yeah, if you guys are on Instagram, look up Bumps in the Night too. Really cool dude. But yeah, I really wanted to read this because I've heard nothing but positive things, and yeah, so let's kind of get into it. The story starts off with this girl named Emily. She is telling the reader it's like a prologue about what's going on, and she's basically saying that these people moved into her house and took over, and she wants them out, and she wants to get rid of them. Whatever. She's a ghost. You know. So yeah, that's basically the prologue. After this, we cut into the main story of the girl's name is Lily, and her brother named Roy. The whole family, their last name is like Barger or something, Barger, and yeah. So Lily's at her house one day, and this girl comes over named Megan. And long story short, she basically tells her that this house is haunted. She says that there's this urban legend thing, or this story that went around that there's a ghost in her house. And the weird thing about this is this ghost isn't like from the 1700s or anything like that. Nothing classical. It's just a ghost from like 10 years ago. Um, this ghost name is Emily, and basically she kind of gives us a story about what happened. So Emily was this kid that didn't have a lot of friends and really wanted friends, and she had this haircut like bangs or whatever, and she even invites these kids over to her um house for a sleepover one night, and when they come over, they eventually agree to come over. They basically just like bully her, they ignore her, all the good stuff or all the bad stuff, and when she falls asleep, they end up cutting her hair and writing "I'm Ugg" across her forehead, and drawing a mustache on her, just classic stuff. So she's really upset, and she runs upstairs. They start arguing, and they end up pushing her in this closet and slamming the door. When they open the closet, she's gone. The kids leave, and they hear this. They hear the parents hear the Emily like throughout the house, still talking for a while, and yeah, that's that. When Roy finds out about this, Roy is this he's like 15 in the book. I looked up Goosebumps Completionist review on this too. I haven't finished it yet. His is like 40 minutes, and believe it or not, I drove from my job to home and I still didn't finish it listening to it. But yeah, so shout out to him because I didn't realize how old Roy was. This is probably the oldest character in a Goosebumps book that's like a main protagonist. But yeah, he's this tech guy. He loves like using smartphones and stuff like that, and he makes the whole house a smart house. And they have like this thing. It's basically Alexa, but it's called Alyssa, and you can tell it to close the curtains or close the windows, or whatever. Turn the lights on and off, all kind of cool stuff like that. But Roy is also very much into ghost hunting, and he has this little club where they want to find ghosts. He invites his friends over, and he says that he gets them all upstairs one day. They look in the basement first. They find these dead mice and different things like that. But upstairs is when they start feeling like a chill in the neck. The kids freak out. They leave. The next day at school, Lily's at school and she bites into her sandwich, and there is this a dead rat in her sandwich, which is crazy. So yeah, she invites this friend over, the same friend named Megan. a window shuts on her head, which is insane. I don't remember if that was before the rat or after, but the window shuts on her head, but it's actually just her hair. Very cool scenes. Yeah, so basically, it turns into this thing where Roy thinks there's an actual ghost. Lily doesn't believe in ghosts, and she thinks that he's trying to trick her, and she thinks that he put like a rat in her sandwich, which is insane. But yeah, really cool stuff. There's this ghost hunter guy in here that they invite over named Morgan Strange, which he has the best scene in the book in my opinion, or close to it. He goes over and something scares him, and so he leaves, which is insane, hilarious. He has this other ghost that kind of helps him, and he's like a chameleon ghost, which can turn into different people. But yeah, really cool stuff. Um, yeah, I don't know much else. There's a really awesome scene where the ghost is talking to Alyssa and telling it to burn the house down, which is crazy. That scene is actually kind of creepy. She gets the one of the kids get up in the middle of the night and they hear it talking. So that's kind of actually kind of scary. Like honestly, like if I was a kid, I'd be like, okay, that's kind of creepy. But yeah, there's really not much else to say about this. Kind of hot take time. Um, Goosebumps completionist says this is like the best book that came out in 4 years. I can kind of see why. I think I hyped myself up a little too much for it. Not bad. Not like like I thought this was like gonna be amazing. I thought it was gonna be really good, and it was. It was really good. It was one of my favorites. But I have to look back at my previous reviews. I think this is probably my second favorite in the House of Shivers series. I don't think this is my favorite. I just think that they could have went a little bit further with things because Stein has went further in the Goosebumps series with you know Ghost dying. This ghost here, how she dies is very like what actually happened to her. She ends up falling in the closet. There's like this ghost portal, and it takes her to the other side, kind of like Poltergeist or whatever. And I was just hoping that we kind of got to see that or got a very more description of what happened. But yeah, and the ending I've actually seen before in another one of Stein's books, and it's a Fear Street book where I'm not gonna say which one, but there's a ghost and they all hug to defeat the ghost or something like that. It's been a while since I read that book, but yeah, you get my point. And that's not a problem. If you've just read this, I kind of try to look at that perspective too. But yeah, I just don't think it was 5 stars, but I do think it was really good. I'm actually going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was very good. Very fun book, very creepy. Um, I liked Emily's little backstory. I just wish they could have done a little bit more with it, and that's it. No other complaints. The pacing was fine. Um, Not really much else to say about the last sleepover. I am looking forward to the next book called One Night at Camp Bigfoot. Hopefully that'll be pretty cool. And then they got another one that just released. I don't know if you guys know or not, but it's called What We Do in the Night, I think. So yeah, that's it for me, guys. Please let me know in the comments below. What did you think about the last sleepover? I thought it was good. I thought it was a very fun book. Arguably the best. I might change my mind later on when, God willing, if I eventually read all of these books and rank them. It might be my favorite later on. But as of right now, I think that there was one that I had a lot more fun with. The ending, however, was something, but I don't think it was terrible. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars for me, guys. Please let me know in the comments below. What did you think about the last sleepover from Goosebumps House of Shivers? That's it for me, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.